we arrived to Cyprus just before pandemic began. So we were stuck at home as everyone for 1.5 years. And of course, Limassol now is a home. So it's the one and only home for us today, for my family and myself. And of course, we're feeling here as we are at home as well. And the question of this integration and the question of building the international community is very important, because you cannot live in a foreign country without this integration, without the language of this country, without the culture.
It took 5 years to love Cyprus. It was hard to integrate for me. And first advice is stop to compare. Now I'm almost 7 years here, and after these 5 years I'm started to love everything. I love this island, I love the culture, I love local people.
It's like one big project, like one living organism. So it's like a story we wanted to tell everyone about different ways of showing people how art could affect and how art could respond on our social problems. And I think we succeeded.
What about you, Polina? You also learning Greek?
Ne.
Ναι, bravo. Okay, πολύ ωραία.
Μιλάω ελληνικά.
People, stories, social issues, environment, sports, arts and culture, life, urban issues, innovation. This is the L-Air Uncut.
Welcome to Limassol Ambassadors, the podcast series about diversity in L-Air Uncut Limassol channel. We are going to have with us today two guests that will allow us to understand why it is so important to explore from the very beginning the right way of enjoy diversity in a city like Limassol. Today we have with us Polina and Anastasia. Thank you very much for coming. And we have invited you because first of all, your process of getting into the artistic world of Limassol was very, very impressive. And once you have explained it to me, I thought this is a very good example to share with our audience. Why? Because we have hundreds of experiences in many cities of Europe that show that once we move into a new city, a new country, it's very crucial that we don't just try to mingle with the people of our own nationality, because that will somehow delay our integration in the city. So the perfect solution is always that we manage from the very beginning to, yes, okay, appeal to those that are from our nationality, that speak our language, but in parallel to find ways straight away through our interests to bring along as well the local sector of whatever we do. And you have made just that. It was impressive to listen to your story. So I'm going to ask you, maybe we can start with Polina, to first of all, tell us, what is your mission as Art Now Agency, which is your project, and exactly what were your intentions from the very beginning, Polina?
Thank you so much, Paula, for invitation and for nice words. And first of all, I'd like to tell you that it took 5 years to love Cyprus. It was hard to integrate for me. And the first advice is stop to compare. Now I'm almost 7 years here, and after these 5 years I'm started to love everything. I love this island, I love the culture, I love local people, etc. And we try to integrate more and more. So about Art Now Agency. Anastasia and I, we are friends, and we are art historians, art curators, art advisors. And we are working with artists, local artists, mostly emergent artists who live here in Cyprus. We are friends with the local galleries and artistic communities. We are organizing exhibitions different. The small exhibition, like galleries exhibition, small pop-up one-day show, even art book presentation. And also the huge exhibition like RE.SOURCE with the 30 artists, lots of visitors, a huge space, etc.
So you have been doing this now for 2 years, you say, yes? Or it was already...
As art now,
Yeah.
officially 1 year.
All right, okay. And you have already a quite big spectrum of results of your initiative and your mission. I would like maybe to ask Anastasia to tell us a little bit about the resource 1 and then now the resource 2, and mainly the process, the way you have decided to include the artists that you have included and we saw in the previous exhibitions. Tell us a little bit about your journey, resource 1 and resource 2.
Thank you, Paula, for invitation. Thank you for your question. Yes, the first resource we have organized 1 year ago, and we've tried to bring our experience from exhibition organization and exhibition directing from our past art life, and we've tried to build the process correctly. So first of all, we've announced an open call. An open call was announced only in social media, so in City Friends Club social media. City Friends Club is a non-profit organization, and it was their idea to organize an environmental exhibition. And they have asked us to help them with the whole process. And announcing an open call, we have asked an artist to give us their portfolio, to give us their projects they want to attend with. We asked them to put their some social medias and everything. And for the first resource, we have received around 40 applications. So out of these 40, we have chosen 25 artists, and 25 artists, mainly local artists, except one who was from Greece. They have participated in first resource. It was rather successful. So a lot of artists, to be honest, they work on this very important environmental issue. Some artists, they are working on this topic in like through the whole their career, but even an artist has their own concept and their own medium. Although this topic of ecological issues, of the problems with trash and pollution, so they're very important, and all the artists, they respond on it. And for the second resource, we have announced in January an open call. Until March, we have received 120 applications. So there were more applications from the local artists, there were more applications from international artists. So we have spread the word, we have announced it with the bigger effort, and we have received, we have received so many artists that we already know or that we do not know. And of course, it was a challenge to select, to bring these works together and to understand how these works could complement each other, how they can bring and build one main narrative when a person coming to an exhibition, so he sees it's like one big project, like one living organism. So it's like a story we wanted to tell everyone about different ways of showing people how art could affect and how art could response on our social problems, and I think we succeeded. This year there were 30 participants, and these 30 participants, they were mainly from Cyprus, different nationalities, and so of course, building a project, it's not the question of the nationalities of the artists who participate, but it's the question of the art and art pieces and their projects they apply with. And of course, a lot of different nationalities, they're living in Cyprus and in Limassol. And the community we've built, the community of artists, shows that there are a lot of different mediums, like techniques in the way the artists work with this subject. There were paintings, video art, a lot of installations, a lot of ceramic works, a lot of photo projects this time. So we were really proud of our artists and the works they could create, some mainly for this project, some have created for the long time and long period of time. So we think that bringing this proper way of selecting and the proper way of open call and proper way of choosing the artist for the group show, it's the main thing to have a great result.
100% agree with that, because the magic that you can develop as a curator is always somehow depending on the diversity of the items that you have there available to create that exhibition and that space and that experience for the person, the public, to come in and feel. And this is, I would say, very important for all of us to understand that what you have done is exactly what is happening in any city of Europe. This is how you organize an exhibition. The open call idea, it is 100% the best method for you to be sure that you're going to be able to show the best possible items, the best possible art works, and the best possible artists. And one point that you have made before, I find again very important to highlight, is the fact that you are looking for emergent artists. Your point here is not just to bring those that are very well known and everybody of course will enjoy their artworks, but it's also to give the opportunity. And I would like to know, how do you feel through this process, because it must be very special to see and feel these artists kind of transforming themselves and growing, because it's a way, in a way, what you do, it's a challenge towards their personal and professional development. This is why I find this fantastic approach. How do you feel in those moments?
It's like a win-win situation, because we are, as Art Now is also emergent agency, like emergent online gallery or online art magazine or online website with these opportunities for artists. So we are emergent, they are emergent, and for us, it is the most interesting way of developing. And in my opinion, in my personal opinion, emerging artists are the most interesting artists with the most interesting possibilities.
Very good to hear.
And I advise everyone to pay attention to emerging art and young artists during the galleries show, during the art fairs, etc.
That's exactly what prospectors of art always do, right? To go there and, like all sectors, to see the young talent. How would you say this has been in your journey here in Cyprus? Did you feel that this helped you to feel closer to the culture and to the society of Limassol?
Yes, 100% true. because trying to integrate and trying to understand this art life and art scene of Limassol and of Cyprus in general. So we've started to visit all the galleries, show all the museums and the different group shows, so festivals, and of course making acquaintance with all the galleries and with all the local artists. It's like a real journey. So building the relationship and exchanging the experience. Everyone has his own background, and it's so interesting to share this experience, to share the background. A lot of people, they have started in different countries, coming back to Cyprus, or some foreigners who came to Cyprus to live here. So it's really situation when everyone is developing.
100%. I would say that today, 2024, we see a mix of nationalities in Limassol that we had never before, at least with, I would say, big communities of different backgrounds and different nationalities. But more than that, what I find very important to, make the best out of it is the fact that we have now many elements, like both of you, who bring experiences from other cities, bigger cities, that can add to what already is here in Limassol. So it's an added value to the society. And I would like to know, how do you see this, let's say, in the next couple of years? How would you see this being connected, maybe deeper and better, with local authorities' initiatives? How do you see these private sector initiatives coming from you, from other elements living here, to be welcomed or not by local authorities? Tell me a little bit about that side of your experience.
It's hard to say something, but we're sure that there will be some integration, collaboration as well, and we are open for this, and I hope that local authorities also can pay attention to our initiatives. So it's all about future.
Yes, and it's all about collaboration, right? Because we all learn through collaboration. We just hope that everyone, whatever the position, institutional or not, can take a good advantage of it. I would say this is the main point at the moment. What about you as humans, as citizens? Through that sort of mission that you decided to take in your hands, your integration, you said before, was helped. Until now, do you feel Limassol as your second home, or it became your first home? Tell me a little bit, a summarize of that.
So I'm here for 4 years. Okay. We arrived to Cyprus just before pandemic began. So we were stuck at home as everyone for 1.5 years. And of course, Limassol now is a home. So it's the one and only home for us today, for my family and myself. And of course, we're feeling here as we are at home as well. And the question of this integration and the question of building the international community is very important, because you cannot live in a foreign country without this integration, without the language of this country, without the culture. So it is very important to travel, to understand, to talk to local people, and of course, as a Limassolian and as an art manager, I'm trying to feel this integration everywhere in my private life, in my professional life. And it is a big success that the exhibitions and shows we organize, they're visited by people of different nationalities. And it's very interesting to build these connections and build this community.
Your point there about talking to local people is definitely very, very important. I also know that you are already working hard on Greek language, so well done. Very, very important.
Yeah, we try.
What about you, Polina? You also learning Greek?
Ναι.
Ναι, bravo. Okay, πολύ ωραία.
Μιλάω ελληνικά.
Μιλάω ελληνικά. Very good. Well, this is it. We just need to start, and then gradually, if we want, we can get there. Even if you do mistake here and there, it doesn't matter. The effort that you do to communicate with the local people in the local language is always, it's magic. It always makes wonders. I'm going to ask you just a little tip for the next guests who don't know maybe Limassol as well as you do. Where are the spots in Limassol that you like to go and enjoy maybe during your free time? Could you show it to us on our famous map here so that we can...
As for me, I prefer a part of the seaside, the Limassol Old Town.
Okay,
Yeah.
Maybe we could put a pin and...
Let's do it.
Yes, it's there. Wonderful.
Limassol Old City, yes, it's quite different. I like some walking street and not only, and old street like Andreou Street or Eleftherias. For example, the University Square, quite nice place. And at this moment, there is a nice mural by our artist, by Collapse Group. So we can advise everyone to go for a walk there, University Square, and check this abstract mural.
Very good. Thank you very much for your input. What about you, Anastasia? What is the spot that you would suggest someone to...
I would suggest Amathus Hill to go for hiking. Amathus ancient city to visit and to see the archaeological side. It's very beautiful during the winter period. And if you go down, there is a very nice promenade, like also Amathus promenade, yes, along the sea. So for me, this will be the favorite spot.
Very good. Thank you very much. You'll put your pin there. So you go there with your children as well? You enjoy it as well for family purposes.
For family walks, yeah.
Very good. Well, I think that there definitely you have the best of two worlds. Is the ancient history and then the beautiful sea. So yeah, it's hard to resist. So I would be able to speak with you for hours, but I know that we have a very short period of time here. I would like just to highlight the fact that your project and your mission has already brought amazing results, and I would like to thank you for all your input, truly added assets to our international community in Limassol, and truly good candidates to become Limassol ambassadors of this beautiful city. So thank you again for being with us, and I hope that our audience enjoyed as well the conversation, and please check it because they are definitely active, and there is a lot more to come made by Art Now Agency. So Anastasia and Polina,
thank you so much.
Paula, very much.
Thank you.
That's because of your feedback and people like you. We are trying to continue our work.
Thank you.
This is the L Air Uncut.